The Italians are good at food. The French are good at fashion. And the Russians, well, they're good at war. They know what they're doing. Okay. And when the hysteria started of the Kharkov offensive and the Kherson offensive and all the rest of it, and everybody said that, oh, the Russians are losing. I was like, these guys don't make a mistake insofar as war is concerned. You can argue with them and say a lot of things about the Russians, but they're not stupid and they don't make mistakes when it comes to war, or at least not big ones. Okay, and so you have to wait and see. And they're winning. Go ahead.
Yeah, let me jump in with a couple of questions. One is about the town of Izium, which I believe that is currently under the control of Ukrainian forces. Is that yes, your understanding as well?
Yes, it is. Yeah. Okay. In fact, Zelensky gave a little, a flash visit there and took a picture of himself there. Yeah. Yeah.
No, but isn't that city of some significant logistical importance in terms of access to roads?
It was. See, the Russians spent a lot of effort capturing Izium because they expected Izium to be the jumping off point to be able to attack to the south, with what the Russians called Sherwood Forest. That was a big forest with a lot of Ukrainian soldiers defending it and so forth. And they thought that this would be the perfect village and springboard. And it was indeed a crossroads of the railroad system. And that they thought that this would be the perfect place to, do resupplying, and also as a jumping off point for offensives. But they captured Izium. Look, offhand, I can't recall if it was April or May, but it was a couple of months ago at least. Okay. And so what happened was that they made the effort to go south from Izium, but it didn't work. The defenses were too hardened and would cost too many lives of too many Russian troops. And their resupply routes, they were able to reroute them in other directions and make their logistics more efficient. So in the end, they didn't need Izium. That's the point. You see, sometimes in the I've never been in the army myself or in the military, but you pick up a lot as you're following a war this closely.
Yes, living in your case.
Yeah, exactly. And so sometimes some random hill is essential today, but next week it means nothing.
Yes.
So Izium was essential 2 months ago, but today it means nothing. And so, the fact that they lost it doesn't mean anything. Because ultimately, see, you always have to remember what their goal is. And their goal is to destroy Ukrainian forces. Their goal is not to capture territory, just to capture territory, just for the sake of it. And so
right. It doesn't matter where they are. It doesn't matter where they operate geographically. Their goal is to diminish the ability of the Ukrainian forces to wage future action, essentially.
Exactly. That's exactly it. And so they don't care if they lose Izium. You could say that it's a very cold-blooded or very cynical calculation to abandon the city, that, a lot of the native population, the local population help you out, perhaps. But, in war, you have to make cold-hearted decisions that are sometimes very ugly.